as concise as I can. The points that I made in the previous stream, which was more of a ramble than anything else really. We're gonna start with the responsiveness of certain actions, namely meleeing. There, I don't know if you have noticed, maybe you have, maybe you have not, but this game is very unresponsive when it comes to priority actions like meleeing. Like I have a brawler Nagant here, so obviously this is assuming you came prepared, but it doesn't have to be really limited to that. I think any normal person can understand that hitting someone who's like getting up close to you takes priority over pretty much any other action that you can do in this game. Anyway, the point is that um, I'm gonna be showing how fast you can melee if you decided to reload and had to cancel because someone rushed you. And I'm gonna be comparing it to how fast you can melee without a brawler claw variant just by pulling up your knife. It is actually faster to melee by swapping to your knife, completely putting your gun away and swapping to your knife and meleeing than it is to simply close the loading gate on your revolver and melee with the knuckles welded to the revolver or screwed on, or I don't know, however they did it back then. So we're gonna reload one round like that, and I'm gonna show before and after because you can cancel the reload if you hit it before you pull up any fresh rounds. You can cancel it. If you don't hit any buttons before pulling up fresh rounds, whether it be a new clip or a uh, what else is in this game? Any fresh rounds, speed loader. Um, if you press it after you already bring that up, you have to do the entire animation before you can reload, which is why one of it's not the only reason why swapping to your knife is actually faster, but it greatly exaggerates the point that I'm about to make. So we're gonna do it with both. And I'm gonna put my controller up to my microphone. Hopefully you can hear it. You can hear me pressing the button because otherwise you gotta just have to take my word for it. But I'm gonna do that right now. Now I'm gonna show how fast it is swapping to your knife instead. Now that doesn't seem like much, but you're gonna see a bigger difference here when we actually are locked into the animation. You cannot do anything other than swap, which is what makes it largely faster. But I'll do that again. Again, doing it normally would be like this. As you can see, it's faster to swap to your knife, which is obviously not really reasonable and very unlike Hunt Showdown. Second thing we're gonna show is using these sniper stands. You actually like have to slam the windows, just like really annoying when you're reloading and whatnot. So for me to not slam the windows, I would have to be standing all the way back here and making sure to not be too close to the ladder, because you will pick up the ladder prompt like very easily. I'm clearly not intending to, but even if I reload, it will just put me on the ladder. Just, even if you look up, it still puts you on the ladder. As you can see, this entire, like, because of the UI, the the sniper posts, these little outpost thingies, they're completely a mess. Like, they're borderline unusable at all. The proposed solution to this: anything that you interact with in the environment should be holding triangle instead of anything to do with square. Pressing square should always be reload. Holding it should always be bandage or putting out fire if you're on fire. By bandage I mean stopping the bleeding if you're bleeding. Everything else should be holding triangle, and then for raising and lowering, just make that holding the sprint button instead. So when I mean everything, I mean like elevators too, doors, same as windows, ladders, gates that have a crank on them, picking up bear traps, literally anything that is interacting with something in the environment. Pitchforks, lanterns, guns from other hunters or on the ground in quick play. Most of the other stuff was technical jargon with aiming. I'll leave that in that prior video.